Okay, so this is a pretty involved tutorial today. We're talking about different types of characters, and I've split my instructional video into two parts. Part 1 is going to be focusing on round versus flat characters, and then part 2 is looking at the concept of static versus dynamic characters, with some clips in between. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So basically, the standard we're working on with the bullying unit, for the most part, is the 8th grade reading literature standard number 3, which is asking us to analyze lines of dialogue or incidences in a story that reveal a character, aspects of a character, and provoke a decision for the character, and also analyze how and why individuals and events develop throughout the course of the text. So the novels we're reading right now for our lit unit are perfect because each of the main characters really undergoes some pretty dramatic changes from the beginning to the end of the book, so this works great. Alright, starting with flat characters. And this is something that you should have talked about as early back as elementary school, so hopefully this is just a review. Flat characters are pretty simple and uncomplicated characters. We have very limited information about this character, and they generally don't change or learn anything, but are still a pretty important part of the story because they're a supporting character. Round characters are complex. We actually do have quite a bit of information about them. They do have some different faults and virtues and different sides to them. They usually become better people throughout the novel, and usually this is going to be our protagonist. Usually when you describe a round character versus a flat character, it's a pretty surface level analysis, and I think as we delve into static versus dynamic, you're going to find that that takes a little bit more effort and will challenge you a little bit more than these kind of more elementary terms, but it's good to know these to begin with. So to start with, you watched a clip on Finding Nemo, and now we've learned the difference between flat and round characters. So really quickly jot down in your notes the difference, or what character you thought in that Finding Nemo clip would be considered a flat character and which one would be considered a round character. That should be fairly easy for you to identify. Again, we're just kind of putting applying our knowledge to a short little piece here. And when you're doing your character analysis and conflict paragraph for mastery in your test, it would be good to mention if the character you're describing is flat or round, or static or dynamic. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next instructional part 2 video. Okay, now I have another clip that I would like for you to go ahead. Actually, instead of pausing, I would like for you to stop this video or just finish this video out and go to the next clip, which is a clip I think it's a movie trailer for Shrek. Yeah, that's what it is. So you're going to watch the movie trailer for Shrek and continue to the next part 2 instructional video.